Hi there, it's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts. Thank you very much for joining me again today. Still trying to sort the lighting out. We will get there. One day we will get there. So today is Monday, so it's Make It Up Monday. And I recently bought the Orange Blossom stamp set from the annual catalogue. It goes with the lovely whole lot of lovely designer series paper. So I thought it was about time I inked it up, because I haven't yet. And I kind of think we forget the annual catalogue a bit as soon as the autumn-winter catalogue comes along. So, yeah, I just think we ought to have a look at that as well. And there are actually some autumnal style stamps in this stamp set. So we've got There's Always Something to be Thankful For, and we've got Out of Sight but Never Out of Mind, which is actually the one that's not autumnal at all, but you know, that's the one I'm going for, is what I was trying to say. But There's Always Something to be Thankful For, I think, is a really nice sentiment. Thank you a lot is a very nice sentiment. But as I say, oh, Just a Small Token. I must remember that one as well for my friends on Friday, and Thank You Thursdays. I'm going to be coming back to this one. I have a sneaking suspicion. Isn't it lovely when you actually have a look and see loads of stuff that you can do with a stamp set and you haven't even inked it up yet? Anyway, I'm going to get this inked up, and I've also got some kind of off-cutty bits of the designer series paper and some scraps of cardstock that go with it, because as you probably remember, on the back of the designer series paper there is a list of the colours that are in it. This is also in the catalogue, so worth bearing that in mind. There are clues to help you colour match, so crushed curry, etc. Soft suede. Now, soft suede did take me by surprise, and it is there. It's the leaves here, and this was kind of the jumping off point for where my thought process is going and why I pulled in the soft suede. So I've brought out, say, some scraps, a white card base. I'm only allowing myself that amount of Whisper White. So I have brought out some colours. I've got Tangerine Tango, Pear Pizzazz, Crushed Curry and Soft Suede, which are in the paper. And I just thought I would go for it. I've got an idea in mind, so we're going to see if it'll work. So, first things first, I need to make some mats. So I have my trusty trimmer, because I'm not going to use the card for mats. I'm going to use those for other things. I'm going to save that, obviously. Pop my card base to one side. I'm going to use these two for the mat, and I'm going to do them this way round, because that way we get these lovely soft colours and the slightly darker tones, and Crushed Curry I think is a really good autumnal colour. So this really isn't good light, is it? Trouble is, if I do that you can't see anything. We'll just have to persevere. Right, so let us get the cuts done. I'm going to start with my normal base mat, which is all dimensions, as always, below in the blog post that's linked below is what I should be saying. So I want 5 5/8 by 3 7/8. So let's do the 3 7/8. So 3 3/4, 3 7/8. And I will do the dimensions for metric on the linked post, but it's 9 3/4 ish. And then I want 5 5/8, which is just there. So that's 14 1/4 by 9 3/4, or thereabouts. Now this piece, normally my second layer would be 5 1/2 by 3 3/4, but I want a bit more of this showing. So I'm going to cut this at 3 1/2 instead. And then 5 1/4, so I'm taking everything down by 1/4 inch. So let's pop that to one side for the moment. Actually, I'll pop it under my desk. I'll get rid of things I don't need at the moment. The rest of the paper is quite spring summer like, so, or reminds me of those sorts of colours. So I think that's probably going to be away for a while, but let's embrace the other bits. So there we are. That's our, of course I should have cut that way. I was going to do it as a landscape, but I won't. I'll change my mind. I will do it as a portrait. Right, okay, so the only other things that I have brought out are some punches. I brought out the new 2 1/4 inch circle punch and the Starburst, because I thought I would show you some of the new stuff from the annual catalogue, because these are the annual catalogue, and the Pretty Label punch. So, the first thing I think I will punch is a circle from the soft suede using the 2 1/4 inch circle punch. And then with the crushed curry, I'm going to do the Starburst, because if memory serves, yes, they sit nicely together. So the soft suede will give the nice background to, or nice edge to that. And then I'm going to cut, well, I'm going to punch first, stamp first some bits on here and do some punching and some cutting. So I think the first thing to do is the stamping of the sentiment, and that I am going to do in, I think I'll do it in the Tangerine Tango, because I kind of want it to really pop, because that is kind of where my card is coming from. So I want out of sight but never out of mind, and I'm actually going to mount them up as one, and what I'm going to do is pop them onto the punch that I'm going to use, because then I will know that I've got it. Actually I won't do them as one. Looking at the way that they are put together, I will do them as two. Okay, but I have established that they are going to fit, so that's the main thing. So ink up. I don't know why I did that. It's a square, for crying out loud, woman. Okay, I think if I go about there, I should be right. That would be so much better if I over-inked my stamp. So I'm not going to waste that. I'm just going to ink it up again. And this time I am going to turn it over, but I'm going to use the emergency side and try not to rock it this time. That's better. Just clean that off and pick up the but never out of mind. I'm going to put that at the top of that. Just make sure I have got that inked up, which I have. And I want that to kind of nestle in under there. There we go. Clean that off. Right, so that's those two bits done. And just so that I know that I'm good to go before I do anything else, I'm going to punch those out. Yay! Don't you love it when a plan starts coming together? Okay, so that's that. So that's kind of going to go there-ish, but I want to add a bit more. So that's where the other stamps come in. Now, this is meant to be, it's Orange Blossom, so I think this is meant to be an orange. with its leaves. And then we've got some twigs and berries, and these flowers actually fit over this stalk, so this flower fits in under, that's what that gap's all about. So I'm going to start with the orange, but I'm going to think of it as an apple, because we're at that time of year. So I'm going to take my pear pizzazz and ink that up. And I might actually, let me just find a scrap piece of paper. Literally a scrap piece of paper, because I want to just, as it's a new stamp, sometimes they don't ink up quite as you want them to. That's better. Yep. Okay, so it's not meant to be, and you can sort of see it from the picture, it's not meant to be a solid image, and I just wanted to check how unsolid it was going to be. It would help, of course, if I hadn't got gick underneath there. Right, okay, so I want to ink it up, stamp it off, put that to one side, bring in my crushed curry and an ink dauber, or sponge dauber, pick up, oops, you can't see, pick up some ink, and I'm just going to add some crushed curry onto the stamp, because what I'm trying to bring through with that is a bit of colour. And again, I'm going to use Tangerine Tango and another, and I'm just going to add a little hint there for, hopefully this is going to be a nice rosy apple. This is what I'm seeing, and I think I'm quite pleased with that, bearing in mind that we're going for, you know, make it up. It's only a little scary. I do, however, want to grab another dauber, because I've decided I want to do something else as well, and that means another colour. Right, so that's that, and I then want to bring out, where are we, 12 minutes? Yeah, just making it up, it's not that bad. Right, so I'm taking my pear pizzazz again, and this time soft suede, which I just want to, yep, I think we will go full strength, and some soft suede, and again I'm going to pick some of that up and just pop it on the leaves, because it's autumn and the leaves are beginning to brown. I over inked there, but that's all right. I am actually going to cut all of this out. So, what else do I want to add? Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to try that again, because what I actually want to do is have the leaves over the, I wonder if I double stamped them. Let's give it a go. Let's have, I didn't want to do that. Don't you love it when you concentrate? Right, I want the pear pizzazz again. So let's then pick up some soft suede. I'm just going to see if I can get a bit of added depth, and fortunately I have enough white card that if this doesn't work I can do it again. Yeah, doing it again. Okay, so let's get another block. So, apple. And actually, yeah, no, change my mind. it's my prerogative. Right, so that's the top of my apple. Can you see what I'm doing? Yes, you can. So that's the top of my apple. And then, Pear Pizzazz, soft suede. And the reason I'm doing that, having inked over the stamp, is because I've kind of contaminated the dauber and I just want to get it clean quickly. And then that's more like it. That's nearer what I want. Okay, so let's clean those up. Get rid of the daubers, get rid of the stamp set, get rid of the scrap paper, get rid of the punch, which I've used, get rid of that before I put my fist in it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, still saving as much of this as possible, just in case. Right. I am just going to cut this out. And you will see I tend to move the paper, not the scissors. So the scissors pretty much don't move, other than opening and closing. And it's the best way of cutting out pieces like this. Actually, you know, I've just had another thought. May not come to anything. Yep. Right, so rather than wasting all of this, I am going to cut out the one of these stamped images. Because I have a sneaking suspicion that once it's cut out, it's going to work beautifully with what I've got already. Can't decide where to put it. Perhaps there. Right, okay. Right, we're good to go. I'm done. Just got to stick it all together because now I know what I'm doing. Okay, so let's bring back in our card base. I might actually just add one more thing. Tum. That one. That's the one I want. Okay, so I want that much. So let's cut that much. This is the crushed curry mini chevron ribbon. So I'm going to crush curry this to death. Okay, so because this is paper, I am going to grab my snail adhesive, which looks like it's about to run out. So this could be interesting. Yep. Okay, that's fine. Because I have got a refill. Or I could just, oh no, it's all right. Rescued, got a spare. Because you really don't need to see me refill. There's part of me that really doesn't enjoy doing this bit, because this paper is gorgeous. But this paper's nice too. Okay, so at this point I can switch over to my favourite wet adhesive. And I'm going to pop that there. And that on top. Oh, and of course I didn't add that. No, that's fine. We'll do it in a different... No, we won't. The joy of wet adhesive is that it will come up a bit. Yeah, no. No. Gosh, this is real make it up stuff, isn't it? Okay, pop that down again. I will do something else with that. Right, so out of sight, out of mind, but never out of mind. And actually, I'm going to bring in my soft suede ink dauber, and I'm just going to add a bit of ink around the edge here because it's a bit too stark, a bit too white, and that I prefer. So I'm going to bring in some dimensionals. This is ridiculous, 21 minutes. Pop that there, and then pop that there, and then these going to add there. Didn't actually need to put all that glue on, but never mind. And this, I'm going to see if I can tie one of the smallest bows in the world. And if not, I will get another piece of ribbon. But on a waste not, want not theory of life. So I do a double, what I call a double bunny bow. So 2 little bunny ears, and then just knot them together. It's quite a nice easy way of doing a bow that isn't actually a functional bow. That's all right. That will do nicely. And that I will pop just there. Right, so glue dot for that. And there we go. Phew, we got there. Sorry that took quite so long. It's a bit ridiculous that it took that long, but there we go. Made it up. And that you saw it was literally made up. So I hope you enjoyed that. As I say, just look at your stamp sets and see what you've got, because they're not always what you expect. That was actually quite a surprise. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Please, if you did so, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. My button's just down there. As some of you know, I'm trying to get 2,000 subscribers as a little birthday present to me. My birthday's on the 1st of November, so we've got a little while to go. And it would be lovely if I could hit that little milestone. It's only a minor milestone, but it would be lovely to hit it. If you need any of these products, do please hop over to my online store. There's a link to the products that I've used below. And there's a link to the associated blog post below as well. So I will see you again soon. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye!